Hello and welcome to my studio. I'm Jessie and this is the Knit Up and Dye podcast, episode 23, Get the Fuzz Out. Alright, I'm having some fun today. Unfortunately, my house has the plague, so I'm feeling really under the weather and really tired, but I really wanted to get an episode out to y'all and just have some fun. So I'm going to do kind of a short episode this week, but it is what it is. We'll enjoy it. Progress. So I haven't got a lot of progress on here, but I don't think I've shown them to you in a bit. These are my Phoenix Tears socks. The yarn is Crucio colorway. It is by Shannon Shaw. It is part of her Supernatural yarns. I am through the heel and up onto the leg. I love this yarn. It's sparkly, it's soft, and the color is just gorgeous. The Phoenix Tears pattern is one of mine and it's available on Ravelry. You can go ahead and purchase that over there and download direct. I'm going to do kind of a close-up so you can see the pattern. I'm very proud of this. I think it's just beautiful. And it does a neat repeat on the back that doesn't repeat the lace that's on the front of the foot, but does instead a different mock cable up the back. Let me grab the done one for you. So, without blockers, here's the lace going up the front, and as you go around the back, it just has this mock cable kind of wide rib pattern with texture. It's fun, it's cute, I love them. This is slow to get done. I think I told you in past episodes, I'm knitting this from the toe up, and I was all ready to do the gusset. I'd started the gusset, and when I held it up and compared it to the first sock that was done, I realized that I'd started my gusset like 1.5 inches too short, and that wasn't going to work. So I had to tink back, and I had to tink back kind of manually, back to the beginning of the gusset, and then add more on. That's been done, and I'm headed for a successful pair. So I'm excited about that. Tuck that away. Move on to the next whip. I'm working on my intention knitting knit-along sock. I've been working on that at work during my lunch breaks, and that's going well. I got one sock done before the knit-along began, just so that I had a sock to show you in the pattern. This is my Good Vibrations pattern. It's a real simple slip stitch on a reverse stockinette background to kind of break up some of the variegated yarn stripes to give it some more interest. And on the sock that I'm really focusing and doing my intention work on, this is the Harmony colorway. It's available in my Dye Monkey yarn shop over in Etsy. This is the leg. I've got the leg done. I'm ready to start the heel flap and the gusset. I'm excited. I don't usually knit socks with this long a leg, so these are going to be nice and warm. I usually do really only like maybe a 7-inch leg total from the floor, whereas this one's much longer than that. And I've really been working on my focus words, working on my key word for the year, which is boundaries, and thinking about how boundaries can be about breaking down boundaries, and boundaries can be about putting up some personal protections. And I'm feeling really good about this. I'm really liking this sock. It's amazing what you can knit into a sock just by thinking about positive things or thinking about key words. It just laces all that energy and emotion right into your project. So I'm making good progress here. I hope to get through the heel flap this week. I unfortunately had to leave work early yesterday as I was not feeling well. So the beginning of my week will be a little bit of catch up, and I may not get as much done as I usually do in my afternoon knitting, but we will see what my breaks provide. I'm also working on my, what I call my Tequila Sunrise sweater. It is the Laurie sweater pattern. It is also available on Ravelry. Let me see if I can hold it up without giving it away. Intellectual property. This is, I think, it might be a free sweater. Might be a free pattern. I honestly don't remember. Josie Paquin, there's the pattern. I love it. I really love it. There's room to make modifications easily in it to make it your own. I'm doing it in a couple of different colorways. And there it is. I'm very excited about this. Here's the top, the whole body, and I'm down to the bottom ribbing, which I'm opting to do in the contrast variegated that I did at the top, simply because I'm a little shy on yarn. This is 2 colors because unfortunately the seller did not have enough of the orange when I went and purchased, but I really like how this variegated bleeds right into it. It matches beautifully, and so I've worked it in, and I don't think it'll look too odd to have the ribbing at the bottom and the ribbing on the sleeves match into the top collar. I only have a little bit further to go on the bottom ribbing, probably another 2 inches, and the body will be done, at which point I will be picking up in the sleeves and starting in the round down the length of the sleeves. So this is progressing really nicely. I tried it on this morning and the length was right where I wanted it to start the ribbing. So hopefully, I'll be able to knock out the rest of the ribbing this afternoon while I try not to fall asleep in front of the TV, although really a nap might be a good idea. You gotta take care of yourself. I am so bad at it. I forget when I am ill and I keep pushing through, and then I wonder why I collapse. Really, I'm trying to be better with myself and take some naps and relax. I would like to get a lot more done on this pattern. It calls for double points to do the sleeve. I don't know that I have double points in the size that it calls for. This morning I got online and placed an order for a sweater's worth of yarn and some small circulars. I also ordered a 9-inch circular to try with socks. It's a size 2, which is generally my size needle for socks. And I've seen a lot of people are trying and very happily knitting socks on a 9-inch circular, and I thought I'd give it a try. I'm a little nervous about it just because sometimes I have difficulty with the length of the circular in the round on small things. The points can be too long or they can be so short that they're difficult to hold on to, and I feel like I'm being very dainty trying to make stitches. I got big hands and sometimes double pointed needles are the answer. But I'm going to give it a try. The worst thing that happens is I have a $7 needle that I pass on to somebody who loves it. So that's all I really have for progress to show you today. I'm going to give a little bit of a demonstration, and this one is, well, it's not a knitting technique. It's a product. I purchased a Gleener, and I think I showed it off to you guys 2-3 episodes ago. I have not used it yet, and I thought it would be really interesting to try it for the first time right on the camera. And so we'll learn together how the Gleener works and how effective it is, and you're going to get a real response out of me about it, whether I love it or hate it. We're going to go stumble through this together. So I'm going to take the camera over to my photo block over here with some good light, and let's see if we can't defuzz a sweater. All right, here is a sweater that I purchased probably a couple years ago. It is a finer gauge. It looks to be probably a fingering weight sweater, and there's some pilling happening. I'm not sure how well the camera's going to pick it up, but there's a little bit of pilling happening here. Not atrocious, not unwearable, but certainly something that if I can take care of it now, why not? I have a Gleener. This is my Gleener. Ta-da, Gleener. Don't know that there's any difference between them. I know some models include a little bit more. Mine has a nice carry bag with it. Oops. I have a little drawstring carry bag that came with it, and some instructions in multiple languages to indicate how to use this. It also comes with these 3 different blades. and blades is probably not the right word. They're attachments, and the attachments each have different designations for what they can handle. They refer to them as edges. They are edges, not blades. So edge 1, conveniently labeled with a 1 on the back, has a really rough, like don't drag your finger across it edge. And this is for large bulky pills, especially for wool and wool synthetic blends. Not what we need today. I don't have giant bulky pills on this sweater. And boy, that is aggressive. I'm guessing you could use that like on a sofa that had some rough edges. So we're going to set that one aside. We also have here, pardon me, edge number 3, designated with a 3 on the back here. This one's really fine, very, very smooth. It's for fine, delicate pills and fabrics, best for silk blends, fine cotton, natural and synthetic blends with viscose and nylon. Not what we're doing. Going to set this one aside. So here we have edge number 2. Edge number 2 is a little bit rougher, kind of like a harsh sandpaper. It's noted as being medium to large pills, best for 100% synthetic, such as acrylic, polyester, rayon, fleece, natural fibers such as cotton, cashmere, and merino wool. Bingo, that's what we need. So now I need to attach this to my Gleener. This side is just a lint collector, really. If you're brushing down your clothes to get pet hair or lint off, this would be the side that you would use. This side, however, has an attachment device that matches up with what we have here. And the instructions tell me, attach your chosen edge by gripping the lip of the edge and matching the flat side to the anchor on the handle. Apply slight pressure until it clicks into place. Okay, let's take a look here at how that goes. Not seeing an upside down or right side up, so we're going to line it up. And it clicks right into place. That was nice and easy. And to release it, you press this button and grab it. So again, just kind of line it up, snap it into place, press the button to release. Nice and simple, easy to use. Now let's go see how well it removes lint. Not lint, pills. I'm just brushing away at it lightly here, right where the pills are at their worst. Make sure I'm on camera here. This is kind of a juggling act, but let's see what happens. Oh, there. There's all my pills right on the edge. Just pluck that off, I guess, and set that aside. It is definitely smoother, and it's really easy to use. It's not shaving it and possibly cutting any fibers. It's really just brushing pills off, which is nice. Not being very systematic here about it. I'm just looking and seeing if I can see big pills and kind of going after just those. I like it. I think this is a decent product. It's quick, it's easy to use, it's not damaging the fiber, it's merely brushing off with some aggression the pills that have built up in the area, especially under the arm here. That works really well. Quick and easy to use, relatively inexpensive compared to like tapes or a shaver that has batteries that I have to continually replace. Easy enough to pluck the lint off, easy enough to store. I think it's a decent product. Looks like it's something that I'm going to be able to use and use and use and use. You know, the edge is certainly not wearing down by any means. I call this a win. I think this is a decent product. So there, you've seen it in action. You've seen it do its thing. And you've seen how easy it is to use. I'm just kind of reaching around my camera here and giving it a go, and it's really that simple. Just kind of brush down the fabric and off it comes. So there, that's the Gleener. There's my presentation of the Gleener. I agree with the raves I've heard, so if you were considering one, give it a shot. So there, that's the Gleener. I like it. Boy, I have a lot of deep hilling I need to go do. I gotta go get the fuzz out. It's lightweight, it's easy to use, it's comfortable to grip. It's a little difficult for me to display and demonstrate just because I'm reaching around the camera trying to keep in light so that you guys can see. Hopefully you got some good angle there and got to see it in action. If there's other products that you're interested in seeing how they work, give me a holler. If I have it, I'll give it a try on camera for you. It's always good to see the product in action before you purchase it, I think. Especially if you're ordering online. One of the downsides to ordering online, unfortunately, is you don't get to touch it. You don't get to play with it, mess with it, and see how well it works. And although many companies offer really great return policies, I feel weird about ordering something and returning it unless it's defective. Returning it just because I'm not happy with it, unless it's defective, I feel weird. That's me. That's entirely me. And that's not to say that I haven't returned things that just didn't work out for me. It's that I'm more hesitant to purchase things that I don't get to play with at first. Or find a video for online. Sometimes even just watching other people use it answers my questions. If you have other questions about the Gleener, if you'd like to see me use it on a fine material, I'll try and find a fine material that has spills. Or if you want to see me shave my sofa, holler, I'll show you. I think that's about it. I'm sorry guys, I know that you touch base to get a nice, reasonable episode that you can sit down and knit to. We have the plague. I'm not myself today. I do have some requests to show some joining techniques, so I'm going to do that probably in the next episode, where you can learn how to join different yarns in if you're doing a multicolor project, or if you're ending one ball and need to add on another ball. If my head were screwed on, if I felt that I could present something clearly, I'd do it today. I just don't. So next week, I promise we will join yarns in projects, and I'll try and get some samples worked up so that you can see the different joining techniques. Other than that, guys, that's everything I have for you. I do want to thank everybody who reached out to me after the last episode. Your support is wonderful. Your love is wonderful. I never expected the warmth and the response that I got. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if anybody has any other questions for me or wants more information, they're welcome to contact me anytime about anything. That's it. Have a great week. Enjoy your knitting and crafting. I'll see you later. Bye.